guys, I'm Sugarberry and welcome to another vintage toy haul video. As you can see, today we're trying something a little bit different, and I have this guy here right beside me. This is Prime.
Excellent!
And we decided that we were going to do a collaborative video today and show you our toy haul from our trip to the one-of-a-kind antique mall in Woodstock, Ontario.
Number one comes from 1998 from Hasbro, from the Beast Wars Transformer toy line, Pterosaur Transmetal. So Pterosaur is a Beast War deluxe figure. So he is the second smallest of the four sets of Transformer sizes. So basic, deluxe, mega, and super. This was a newer version of Pterosaur in the Beast Wars line from 1998. The original one, he was red, and he was a basic version, and he wasn't a Transmetal. So he actually looked like an actual pterodactyl. This version, he's Transmetal. One thing about Transmetal, when they transform from robot mode, they are part animal and part vehicle. So they look kind of more robotic, trying to be more like the original Transformers from the 80s. So he actually transforms from a robot into a pterodactyl / pterodactyl looking plane jet. So I'll transform him in a moment, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about the character. In the show, he was a Predacon. So his leader was Megatron, and he always wanted to become leader of the Predacons, but he was all talk. So every time that he had a chance to do it, he was all talk. He just failed miserably. Like I mentioned in some of the other YouTube videos, when I talk about Beast Wars, they would say a code phrase for them to transform, and so the Predacons would always say terrorize, and Pterosaur had this almost annoying way of saying it. And he would say something like this: Pterosaur, terrorize!
Huh? What?
Terrorize!
Terrorize?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
It was annoying, right?
Pterosaur, terrorize!
What caused the Transmetals for different characters in the show to become more metal looking than animal looking? The show took place on an alternate version of a prehistoric Earth, and essentially there was these aliens that attacked the Earth that they were on, and the energy that hit Earth caused the Transmetal transformation. And it looked like Pterosaur in the show was going to become Transmetal because he fell off of the platform that he was on in their base, and there's lava underneath, and when he fell into the lava, his hand stuck out, and it looked like he was trying to transform, but then that was it.
The end.
The end.
So before they were Transmetals, they
Yeah.
were just they were not shiny. They were not metal.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
right. They
okay.
just look like regular animals when
Oh,
they're
okay.
in beast mode.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Jump! What is happening to me?
So, Pterosaur, when he first was in the package back in 1998, he pretty much came with everything you see here on the screen, other than he is missing one wing, which is right here. see on the screen there. My finger's in the way, but it would snap on there. And then also, when he's in beast mode, his pterodactyl beak is missing. When I got him at the antique mall, this is how he came. He even still has his price tag on there for $10. And so I'm just going to transform him, and so you can see what he looks like in robot mode. As of this. And then also in beast mode / beast the vehicle mode. So to transform him, this part here, the chest, comes out. Yeah, so this part comes out, and then his head goes in like that. And then for the we're doing the pterodactyl mode, so this metal piece right here goes in like that, and then his arms here is like his wings. That's his actual pterodactyl wing. And then if you turn it over, his legs flip up like that. And then his feet are actually his pterodactyl feet. So then we just move it in like that. And we'll just move these wings back because they're for the plane.
Oh.
And then you got a pterodactyl minus his beak because it was missing. And then for plane mode, there's not a lot more else, but if you look at the back here as butt, he has rockets right here. And then when we move his legs, if you look here, if you close his pterodactyl feet up and move the leg and like that, and then do the same for this leg. And then if you look on here, there's like a little hole on the leg, and same here, there's a little hole right there.
Okay.
And then it goes and connects right here, a little place right there. And then do the same here. And then there's also rockets on the back there. So then, and then move the metal wings back out, right there, and like that. And that's kind of like a plain pterodactyl beast mode with the rockets.
Hybrid,
yeah.
I'm glad you know what you're doing, because I remember looking at these like Transformer toys when I was a kid. I think it was like my brothers or my cousins or something, and I would pick it up and like play around with it a little bit, and then I would give up. And I was like, that's a boy toy. I don't know.
Foolish woman!
Okay, toy number 2 in this haul is Cherry Merry Muffin.
I think you've got something there.
Cherry Merry Muffin dolls were released by Mattel between 1988 and 1990, I believe. Yes, and they were just these 6.5 inch tall dolls. They were all scented. There was different ones, like Cherry Merry Muffins smelled like cherries, and then there was a blueberry one and a lemon one. They were really cute. So there were 3 releases of these dolls. The first release was in 1988. The second was in I have 1988 written down, but I think it's supposed to be 1989. And then the third release was in 1990. So let's just open this. This is Cherry Merry Muffin, and she is from the first release of the Cherry Merry Muffin doll line. This is my first Cherry Merry Muffin doll, so I'm very excited about this.
Oh boy!
I've seen other YouTubers talk about these dolls and I thought, oh, those are really cute. I don't actually remember them from my childhood. This girl would have originally come with this pink dress, this pink, it's almost like a gingham pattern or like a plaid pattern. She had an apron, which she's missing. She's got her molded pink painted shoes. She's got her plastic muffin on her chest. They all had a plastic, I think it was a muffin on every single one of them. She would have come with a comb. Hers was like a light pink color. She had a little flavor friend. They were these little buddies that each of them had. Hers was a little cherry looking guy. I'll have to show you a picture because I can't explain it. She came with a muffin pan with removable muffins. And the difference between her and some of the other releases is that she's got curly hair. There was another one that had crimped hair, and the third release had pink hair. She's also got a bow in her hair, whereas the second release, I think they each had hats that looked like cupcakes. And she's got, like I said, she's got this pink gingham pattern here, this pink plaid pattern, whereas the second release they had like a polka dot pattern. And of course the whole Cherry Merry Muffin line came with all kinds of different accessories and play sets and fashions. And then in a different part of the antique mall, I got a whole big bag of accessories, and I'll show those all to you later. But one of the accessories in there was this little white comb. And this is an actual Cherry Merry Muffin comb. And it's the white one, so it could have come with Chocolati, which is one of the Cherry Merry Muffin characters that smelled like chocolate from Series 1, or it could have come with Cherry Merry Muffin Series 2.
Are you sure?
I'm not 100% sure which one it came with. She's in pretty good condition. Her hair needs work. It's dry. It's kind of a mess, so I'll have to do restyling. Other than that, she looks pretty good. She's dirty. Her legs have a lot of dirt on them. Her shoes are very dirty, so she'll need a good scrub with the magic eraser. Her dress is in really good condition. There is one little spot right there, as you can see. I will try to get that off. I think it's ink, so I might not be able to get it off. And the bow looks good. Like I said, she's missing her apron, so hopefully I can find that in a toy lot at some point. But yeah, she's really cute. Look at her face. She's got a really cute smile. I think some of the later releases, her smile was more of like an open smile, so you could actually see her teeth. But this one is closed mouth. The closure on the back is Velcro. You're snoring in the background. That is not us. That is our dog Zoe. She's a pug. She snores a lot.
Yes, she does.
Right. Okay.
Number 3 comes from Star Trek The Next Generation, Lieutenant Worf. And you might be wondering, if you saw my last video, like, wait, he looks familiar. He is. When we were there, I forgot that I purchased him and I bought him again because I thought I was missing him. This was the original packaging that it came with at the store. But yeah, he's exactly the same toy that I talked about in the last video. Lieutenant Worf. He is famous in Star Trek The Next Generation. In my last video, I shared a link regarding lessons on learning Klingon. If you have learned any Klingon, feel free to let us know in the comments below.
Do you know any Klingon words?
I know Mo.
Mo.
And that's his father.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's his name. His father's name.
Yeah, his father's name is Mo.
Okay.
If I pronounced it right. I think it did, though.
I am Worf, son of Morg.
But for more details on the character, please check out my previous video.
Okay, next toy. It's a Strawberry Shortcake toy. This is Cherry Cuddler and Gooseberry. Aw, she's so cute.
You're cute. I think you're swell.
She is cute, I gotta say.
Peanut gallery.
What a guy.
So, this is Cherry Cuddler, and she is from the Strawberry Shortcake toy line. So Strawberry Shortcake was a toy line that was released between 1979 and 1985 by the company Kenner. And they were this really cute toy line where they were all scented. So this is Cherry Cuddler. She had a cherry smell. Strawberry Shortcake had a strawberry smell. Lime Chiffon had a lime smell, apparently. So they were all named after these different baked goods, these different foods. So Cherry Cuddler is a baby, and she was released in 1981. So she was released the same year as Lime Chiffon and Butter Cookie. Those are two other dolls that I have in my collection that I've talked about in previous videos. So I'll just show you the size difference. This is a baby, and this is an older child. You can see there's baby is quite a bit smaller. The other thing about these dolls is many of them, most of them, Series 1, they did not release them with pets, but in the later series they did. So Cherry Cuddler had her little buddy, her little pal, named Gooseberry, who is an actual goose. She's cute. I love how they match. There was also a cartoon show in the 80s as well. And Cherry Cuddler, I think she was in it briefly. I don't think she was in it much. But she was a baby, like I said, and she really loved hugs.
What makes Cherry Cobbler very a goofy goosey called Gooseberry?
She's got this cherry-shaped hat. It's supposed to look like a cherry. It's got the little stem on the back there. She had this small white dress with cherries on it. She had her classic green and white striped tights. And she had pink slippers, which obviously she is missing. And then of course she had her pet Gooseberry. So Cherry Cuddler, she is in really good shape. Yeah, her dress could use some cleaning. I see some stains at the back there. But her hat is still attached. Oh, no, it's not.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. A lot of them came with like a little piece of plastic that actually went right through their head and into the hat to keep it attached to their head. But luckily her hair keeps her hat on. And then, like I said, she's got these green and white striped tights that are in really good condition. And I'll just take the hat off just to show you. Her hair is this like almost like pinky color. She looks almost bald.
Yeah.
She looks better with the hat on, I think. Yeah, so that's Cherry Cuddler and Gooseberry.
And the next toy, coming off of the last toy, was by Kenner. This one is also done by Kenner. Star Wars, also from 1998, from the Power of the Force toy line, which they're vintage, but they're a remake of the original series. And this one is of Han Solo. Han Solo.
I always thought it was Han Solo.
Han Solo, yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's still in the package. Looks like there was a bit of wear and tear on the package, and it was for $8. It was like, steal.
Yeah.
Right? He has been in the original trilogy movies from the 1970s and 80s. and also he was in the cult classic, the holiday special, which was on TV back in the 80s, and a lot of people have forgot about it because you only can see it on YouTube. He guest starred on that one as well. It's all about Chewbacca's family, and it's very interesting. I recommend YouTubing it just for laughs.
It's terrible.
Yeah. So he also appeared on The Force Awakens, which is the first movie of the sequel trilogy. So that would have been episode 7. He was a lot older then. In all those movies, he was played by Harrison Ford. And then the other movie he played in was Solo, based on Han Solo, voiced by Alden Ehrenreich, if I got that correct. I apologize if I got that messed up there. So a little bit about the character. In the movies, him and Chewbacca, which I talked about in the previous video, they were best friends, pals. And they started off in the original movies, they were smugglers, mercenaries. And then later on, when the movies in the 80s and 70s progressed, they joined up with Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia to help fight the dark side, Darth Vader.
Prepare to make the jump to light speed.
But sir! They're getting closer.
Oh yeah? Watch this.
Watch what?
As time went on, in The Force Awakens, it talks about his relationship with Leia, and then they eventually had a son in the movies there. And Solo was the origin story of him meeting Chewbacca. Now, I will show you the unboxing of Han Solo.
The unboxing.
So, the toy, as you can see, hopefully you can see on the screen, he comes with 2 different guns, and like Han Solo. So this is the first gun, and if it was a real gun, it could go over your shoulder, but can't see the front part of it.
A rifle.
A rifle? Yeah. Han Solo. Like that. Sorry, wrong hand. That. The other one is kind of taped in, but it's more of a pistol.
Oh yeah. Well, it's smaller. It's
Yeah.
bigger than a pistol.
Yeah.
More of like a machine gun or something.
Yeah, yeah. Not up on all my guns, but they can fit into both hands there.
Yeah. Cool.
Han Solo.
Does he actually look like Han Solo, you think? Like the actor?
From the 70s and 80s?
Yeah, he looks kind of like him.
Kinda.
Okay, next grouping of toys. Prime didn't get as many toys as I did in this haul, so I'm gonna group some of mine together and then we'll just kind of keep taking turns. But the first toy that I got in this haul is a My Little Pony, G1 My Little Pony. This is Sundance. This is a duplicate for me. I think this is my 3rd Sundance. I think I'm going to be talking about her in video 18, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about her, but she was released in year 3, so 1984. She needs to be cleaned, obviously. Like, this is pretty typical. Like, she's got a lot of dirt here. The bags that I got these toys in, there was a lot of gunk in the bags, a lot of dirt, which was kind of nice in a way because the cashier did give me a discount on the bags because they were so dirty.
You sure know how to sweet talk a lady.
But I think I can clean them up really nicely. So she's actually in pretty good shape aside from just being really dirty. Her mane just needs some help. Her hair needs some help, needs some conditioner. Yeah, other than that, she's in pretty good shape. And then also in the same bag, I got Twice as Fancy Sundance. So Twice as Fancy Sundance was actually released in year 7, so 1988. And you'll see the difference between her and the regular Sundance is their cutie mark. So the Twice as Fancy cutie mark is repeated multiple times all over the side of her body. There is a gap on the back here, but it's all over both sides. One of the fun things about Twice as Fancy Sundance is that she came with blonde streaks of hair. Her hair wasn't just completely solid pink, it had blonde streaks. Yeah, the blonde streaks are supposed to change color in the sun. They're supposed to turn more of like a magenta color, which is really cool. I haven't tried it yet, so I might try that a little bit later and see if it actually works. Twice as Fancy Sundance was also released with Megan, who I've talked about before. All of the Sundances, I think, came with a Megan doll. And Megan was kind of like the human friend of the ponies that lived in Ponyland. And she was kind of like their caretaker. She would have originally come with a Megan doll and a dark pink comb. And like I said before, I got a big bag, a variety of different accessories where I got that Cherry Merry Muffin comb. I also got this.
And what is that?
Which is pony wear. So they call this a pony cape. It's like an aqua green color with pink details. It's got the pink heart and some lace kind of around it. There's lace scalloping all around the edge. It would have come with the Country Jamboree pony wear set from year 4, which is 1985. So it was a special pony wear set that was released to go with Sundance and Megan. So this would have been for Sundance, and then Megan would have had a matching outfit. I don't know if you've ever watched the cartoon. She's always wearing these like overalls that are like this aqua color, and then I think she's got a pink top underneath the overalls. So it matches this. And then I also got these 4 pink pony shoes, which I believe also came in the same set. There was 4 of them, obviously, for the ponies. So here is Sundance wearing the cape and the shoes. It's a cute little outfit. I've heard though that you're not supposed to leave pony shoes on your ponies for too long because the color from the plastic of the shoes can actually transfer to the color on your pony and stain your pony's feet. So it's not something that I will keep on her. I will keep the shoes in a separate storage.
The right way is the best way.
But yeah, that looks kind of cute. It's got a Velcro closure there. Really cute. And then another G1 My Little Pony that I got in this bag is Moon Dancer. And Moon Dancer was released in year 2, so 1983. She's got this white body. She's got bright red hair with a purple streak in it. Her cutie mark is supposed to be all these sparkly purple stars, but as you can see, they've faded out significantly. This pony is not in good shape. Her cutie mark is pretty much almost gone, and she's extremely dirty, which I'm sure you can see on camera there. She's very yellowed as well. She's not a bright white like she should be. She is a unicorn, and she's got these purple eyes. You can see somebody wrote something underneath her tummy there. Some child probably wrote their name there. So this is the adult Moon Dancer. And there's also a baby Moon Dancer, which I already have.
Wow.
You can see how they could be related. They both have that purple streak They're both unicorns, and they both have night sky themed cutie marks. So Moon Dancer would have originally come with a blue shooting star brush and a light blue ribbon.
Next toy, coming from 1999. That's Zoe. Also from Kenner, from a galaxy far, far away. From episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Mace Windu. He was one of the original Jedis in the prequel trilogy. He was played by Samuel L. Jackson in the first 3 movies, so episode 1, 2, and 3, the prequel trilogy movies. And he was also in the Clone Wars, the animated TV series, which he did not actually voice. He was voiced by Terrence C. Carson. Originally in 1999, the toy came with a hooded cloak and a blue lightsaber and a badge. The toys for the Phantom Menace, all of them, or most of them, came with a badge that showed the character on there. But yeah, it was pretty cool. At first, when I was just confirming what he came with, at first I thought it was a different toy, but the hooded cloak actually goes over top of this part here.
Covered his head and
it
covered
covered
his whole
part
body.
of his head, but you could see his face.
Oh, did it
But-
cover his whole body?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
for the
okay.
most part.
Okay, next grouping of toys is some more My Little Pony. Surprise, surprise. Sugarberry likes My Little Pony.
We could have told you that.
What?
So the first one that I got is Cherry's Jubilee. And Cherry's Jubilee was released in year 3, so 1984. Again, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail about her because she is another duplicate for me. I will probably talk more about her in video 16, so if you want to go check out that video, please do so. But as you can see, she is extremely dirty. Like I said, all of these toys in these bags were extremely dirty.
And we're going to make it beautiful again.
Other than the dirt, she's actually in pretty good condition. She's not missing any hair. Yeah, it just needs some love. Just needs some love. Other than somebody wrote their name underneath again. I really don't mind when they do that though. I think it just shows that the toy was played with by a child.
Gives a character.
It was well loved. And then the next pony that I got in this lot is Foamy. Foamy is a baby watercolor sea pony. I think this might actually be my first sea pony, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she's got this yellow body. They all have these fins. And sea ponies obviously they don't have legs because they swim in the water. And they have this like tail instead. But they've got the classic My Little Pony face, so they've got the same eyes and same nose. She's got blue eyes. You'll notice her hair is very strange looking. It feels extremely silky. It's in really rough shape. but there's a reason why it's silky. It's because it was supposed to be able to change color in hot water, from what I understand. So this hair color would have originally been a lavender color, but it's faded over time. And then when you put it in hot water, I think it would have changed to a hot pink color. So Foamy was released in year 6, so 1987, and there were 6 of these watercolors baby sea ponies released in the same year. So like I said, her hair is in quite rough shape, but it does feel really cool. It's like a silky, almost like it feels like yarn almost. But other than that, she's in pretty good shape. Like, I'm not seeing any stains. There might be a little bit of a pink stain right there, but you can barely see it. And Foamy originally came with a blue frog float with yellow spots on it. So these floats were these like little, almost like life preservers that you would throw out to rescue someone in the ocean. But they were really cute, shaped like different animals, and they had different designs, polka dots on them. So hers was a blue frog one. And also they were great for display because you could set these ponies in them because they can't stand by themselves. It's very difficult to display these ponies. So if you have a float, you can use the float to kind of help prop them up and display them on your shelf. She also would have come with a purplish, pinkish colored fish comb and a dark orange ribbon. Not a tail ribbon, obviously, because she doesn't have a tail, but it would have been for her mane or whatever you wanted to do with it. The back card story for baby Foamy here is that her and her friends were out swimming and playing and having a good time, and they wished for a big wave, a big giant wave that would be so big that it would carry them up to the sky. And then King Neptune, king of the sea, heard their wish. He sent them this giant wave that lifted them way up high into the sky, as high as the clouds. And then they started playing up in the clouds. They had a great time. They spent a lot of time just playing around up in the clouds. And then when they were done playing, they slid down the rainbow back into the ocean. Okay. And then the next pony that I got in this lot this is Lickety Split. I've had my eye on this pony for a very long time, just because I like her. I like her color scheme. She's very simple actually, just pink body, pink hair, and just ice cream, looks like ice cream cones are her cutie mark. Why are you looking at me like that?
I was gonna say, I love ice cream.
Oh, okay, yes, he's a giant ice cream fan.
Yes, I am.
Delicious!
Lickety Split was released in year 3, so 1984. Actually, I'm a little bit confused about this because her hoof actually says 84, but she was, according to a source I read online, she was actually released in 1985.
What?
So 84, 85, something like that. And she's got the fading pink hair, and which means that it is prone to fading to white over time. But she's actually still got quite a bit of pink in her hair, which is not actually, it's not showing up very well on camera, but I can see it here. It's still quite pink, which is really nice. And Lickety Split would have originally come with a purplish pink colored butterfly brush and a white tail ribbon. Like I said, she's still got pretty pink hair. It does need, whatever, the same as it always does, some love. It's dried out. I think she might have had a bit of a haircut too, because her hair is not completely even, but that's okay. I'll see what it looks like once I clean it up and brush it out nicely. Her body is extremely dirty, just like the rest of them. A little bit yellowed. You can see there's some yellowing around the cutie marks there. And then underneath, yeah, her feet are a little bit dirty, but other than that, she looks really good. Her cutie marks are still intact. The pink ice cream cones are a little bit difficult to see, but I think that's just because of the color that they were painted on a pink body. They just kind of fade into it. So the back card story for Lickety Split is really cool, on the ice cream topic. So they were at this birthday party for Majesty, who is another G1 My Little Pony. And Lickety Split announces that she has a surprise. So she kicks her heels together And suddenly the mountains surrounding Ponyland turn into giant blobs of ice cream.
Oh, I would love that.
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. And then the clouds poured hot fudge and whipping cream on top of the ice cream mountains. And then to top it all off, Miss Cherry's Jubilee flew up on top of the mountains and dropped a cherry on the top of each one. And then in that bag of accessories that I was talking about I got a bunch of combs. So I have a light yellow duck comb from My Little Pony. These are all My Little Pony combs. A light pink duck comb, a light aqua colored duck comb, and a really light green aqua-ish colored bear brush. And all of these combs and brushes came with various baby ponies from the G1 toy line.
And the next toy from the year 1999 from Toy Biz, from Marvel, from the show Avengers United We Stand, Ultron. Ultron, he is the enemy of the Avengers, and not just Avengers, but in the comics and the TV series Avengers United We Stand. He is the enemy of Ant-Man, or Hank Pym. In the show, Hank Pym created Ultron before he turned evil. He is a living AI, or artificial intelligence. In the movie, they changed things a bit there. Instead, in the movie, it was a combination of Tony Stark and Bruce Banner who created Ultron, imaging after Tony Stark's or Iron Man's AI Jarvis. And because he was an AI, he learned that he couldn't trust all humans, and he was able to transfer his consciousness from one robotic body to another through the internet. So yeah, he is a bad guy.
Guy.
The vibranium's getting away.
And you're not going anywhere.
Of course not. I'm already there. You'll catch on.
He was voiced by James Spader. He's also a pretty famous actor. He's been in a lot of movies and shows, including The Office. About the toy himself, back in 1999, he actually had a battery in the back of him, and if you press the button on his stomach, on his abs, you can't see it now, but his face would light up, where his mouth and his eyes would be like a red glow, make him look more sinister. And he came with a big gun that would have connected on the side here where these two holes are. Also, in the comics, the show, and the movies, Ultron was known to create Vision. Vision was also an AI as well. Later on, Vision learns that Ultron is evil, and he joins the Avengers afterwards.
Vision, you shall help me purge the world of humanity.
No. You created my body, but the Avengers recreated my mind.
I want you to know that I will return.